What's up, Mother Foxers? Another issue on Ginger to fix. Yeah. All the things that have been done to this car. You guys all know about the bad alternator wiring. If not, go back and look at the videos a little while back. The bad springs. Of course, the just pulverized subframes. But little by little, we are fixing and correcting everything. And today we are going to address the Rust-Oleum paintball can that they blew up inside her. Okay. The car, they decided to paint everything black. The seats, the carpeting, and it wasn't the right way of doing it. I don't agree with painting carpeting or seats. And I mean, they even did the seat belts, the headliner, the sun visors. They just did everything, and they didn't do it very well. But they went all black with the car, and a lot of people have been saying, go black with it, just redo it and do it black. I'm not doing that. I'm going porno red with it because that's the way the car came, and it is a vermilion red car with porno red interior. I already got a black on black car over there. We're just going to go back to the original. I already got the carpeting for the car, so. But yeah, we're going to strip all the plastic down. I do got something here that I've used before on parts of this car, and it's this stuff right here. It's Permatex paint stripper. The can's a little bit different, so I'm going to test it before I really go at what I'm going to do here. But this stuff I found out was safe on the flexible type plastics that was in the car, like the inner rear quarters, the kick panels and stuff like that. The harder, rigider plastics, do not use this stuff on because it will eat it. I found that out with the kick plate that goes up underneath the steering wheel. But I can't spray this paint stripper on the hard plastics because it will eat them. Like I said, I made the mistake of doing that the first time. Yeah, look at that. And all I got to do is take a hose to this and it should wash right off. And there you go. That's how awesome that stuff works. Stuff just comes right off. I think some of these places that it's not coming off, and I didn't get as much there as the other spots, but yeah, that's how easy this stuff works. And the only place I've seen you can get it from cheap is from Napa, and they don't carry it on their shelves. I had to. Alright guys, keep in mind when you do this, you're going to have to re-dye this. So what you're seeing here is just sun damage from just old plastic. And part of it was because I was using that brush and it was putting some abrasions in there. But as soon as you dye this, you'll see that this will look perfectly fine, except for any of the dents or anything there on the armrest and whatnot. But I'm telling you, just hang in there for a second and you will see that this will transform pretty good. But for the most part, this stripper works really well at getting the paint off it. And it's just the flexible plastics, the stuff that's, that's flexible. The rigid stuff, forget it. Don't even use it on that. I'm going to show you another method that works very well. Gotta have patience though. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some Dawn dish soap and clean the crap out of these because that's the best degreaser you can use, and then I'm going to paint it. So we'll leave that to dry in the sun. Let me show you this. I'll throw a couple of coats on this right here and see what you guys think of it. Do a before and an after right here. And there's the after right there. It turned out pretty good. I mean, like I said, I still got this black spots over here. And understand guys, the black spots that you're seeing, I figured out a method that'll take care of this later on. But the paint stripper will do most of the heavy lifting for you.
But this method I show you will take care of that, and I did take care of this problem later on. So,
And there you go, guys. Boom. What it was and what it's going to be. Now let's go out and show you something. Remember I told you about the stripper. I kept telling you about Permatex, okay? I'm buying the Permatex from Napa. Well, then I got this stuff from Lowe's, this clean strip, premium stripper stuff here, right here. I mean, you can use this if you want. It works. It works pretty good. Here, let me show you. All right, there it is on there. Check this out. I let it sit here. It's been sitting down there probably about 15 minutes. Watch this. See that? Looks pretty darn good, man. Just coming right off. So that stuff works pretty good. You gotta let it sit on there for a while. And when you get spots like that, you gotta hit it again. But it does work very, very well. But it works pretty good. I let it sit on there for 15 minutes or so, and it just comes right off. So there you go. If you don't want to order something from Napa or anything like that, just go to Lowe's and get this stuff here. Works pretty good. All right, guys, here is the update on the progress of this thing. Look at that, man. Doesn't it look a lot better? Looks a lot better, but it ain't done. Still haven't got the front here, back, whatever you want to call it. But everything I pretty much got. The first, I should say the first heavy layer is gone off it. Now I just gotta kind of clean everything up here, so. But yeah, this is just tedious, man. I'll get it, I'll get it. A lot of people I know are probably going, you're freaking crazy for doing this. But I want to be that guy that says, see, I did it. It's gonna be nice and beautiful red. I mean, it's the worst, man, when you're going from black to red. I mean, it's just terrible. But, and then I did get the other one pretty much cleaned. All the major, paint is off it. So we'll go ahead and get the little pieces here and there. I think I'll do what I didn't do on that. For anybody who didn't see this here, that's what that looks like. Not perfect, but a little bit of dust on it, but looks pretty damn good, man. I mean, this is after I threw some dye on it, though, if anybody had ever seen that, so. All right, guys, now the tedious work begins. Okay, so that's what I'm working on right now. So what I'm trying to do here is to get these corners and all this stuff, trying to get all this black gooiness out of here. So this sucks, man. So I got to use a brush, and I'm using my magnetic bolt holder Pittsburgh thing here to pour this in, because obviously I don't want to put this in plastic, because sitting in there for a while it's probably going to end up eating the plastic and getting contaminated, and I don't want to do that. So got that working with this. It's just real tedious, guys, just trying to get in the corners here and the spots where it's really thick, and just trying to get it, loosened up and wiped off. And I'm not going to go in and get in this stuff because nobody's ever going to see it. I just want to get the crevices and corners. This is really going to be a pain in the ass right here, but I'm just going to keep going at it, man, and trying to get it done. So then we can get this thing painted. I'm going to have to do the same thing with that over there. Most of that's stripped, but I mean, there's little parts and pieces on there. I'm going to have to get in there a little more with the brush and stuff. So, all right, this side's coming along pretty good. Gotta do just a couple more spots here, but the problem you run into when you use this stuff, guys, is you can scrub around in this area for just a little bit, but what it starts doing is it starts softening up the plastic. Well, then after you wipe it all off, you gotta let it sit for a while. Kind of let this stuff gas off it, and then you can go back and start all over again. Then when it starts softening up a little more, get off it, go to another area, let it gas off, kind of dry up, and and let it harden back up again, and then you can go back and do it again, but little by little. All right, so here's the other side now. Just pay attention to this area right here. Here's the before of it. With a little editing magic, let's give you the after. All right, and there is the after. A lot better. It's all basically clean. So there may be a couple of specks here and there, guys, but there it is. Got to get up in here yet, but I got this pretty much clean. Just got to get around these edges a little more, even though nobody's gonna really see it or anything like that. There's a little like impression in there. It must be from the seat belt, I'm thinking. And then I got to get back here and everything. But yeah, man, look at that. Just a little patience, some scrubbing, Scotch-Brites. Like I said, once these things, take these things, you're gonna fill them up with paint. And that's why I'm using little squares. As soon as they're filled up with paint, they're no good. You gotta throw them out, get another one, and then you're at another level of getting off. And then once that one gets a little bit soiled, you gotta get another one. And you're wiping in, after you scrub it, you're wiping off with shop towels. And once those get soiled, you gotta get a new one, you know what I'm saying? So that's how you do it, man. That's how I'm doing it. And look at that. I mean, yeah, I could probably paint over that right now, it's fine, but there is a little few pieces here I gotta get. And I gotta get that in there. This is gonna suck. That wasn't fun. This is gonna suck. Right there. Right there. That's gonna suck hard. So, anyway. Alright guys, so let's review. To get paint off your flexible plastics in your cars, your flexible stuff now, you can use that paint stripper. Either buy from Lowe's or get the stuff from Napa, doesn't matter. And a Scotch-Brite, and it'll take it right off. That's only if you're going to be painting, dyeing your plastic, because it does, leave it a little, faded and scarred, because you're basically stripping it. So that works. Now, to strip your rigid plastics, this is the stuff that doesn't bend, do not use that paint stripper on there at all. Don't use it. Lacquer thinner is the key, okay? I figured this out. I've used acetone. It just eats it. I've used alcohol and denatured alcohol. It just doesn't touch it. It just doesn't touch it. So lacquer thinner is the key. And so take your Scotch-Brites, cut them up in a bunch of little squares, and scrub that area. You got about 30 to 40 seconds, 30 to 50 seconds before it starts taking the texture off that. And then you got to move to another area. Let that area you just did gas off while you're doing another area. It's very tedious, but it works. It works. So far, I'm the only guy that's figured this out. I've checked YouTube, man. I haven't really seen anybody try to figure this out. So I could be wrong. I could be wrong. If somebody might have an idea, go ahead and throw it out there. But it worked. You've seen it, and I will have to paint all that plastic for the car. I haven't done it yet, but I will. So I hope this helps anybody who's trying to figure that out. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Later.